Kamusta mga Mare? I'm your host, Jasmine, and I'd like to welcome you all back to our Laban Mare podcast, where we highlight the service of men and women in the leadership scene. Today, we're joined by none other than our also powerful women in the San City Student Council. The President is Ines Bermudez.
Hi.
The Internal Vice President is Julia San Jose.
Hi.
And the External Vice President is Carla Cayetano.
Hello po.
So before we start with the podcast, kamusta naman po kayo this week since exam week? Tapos I heard na nag-OJT din si Miss Kyla. And I know na kahit busy sa ACADS, kailangan nyo pa rin ipagsabay yung org work sa council. So kamusta naman to? Nakaya mo nga ba?
Yes. Kakayan. Nakaya ko naman. Although, while we have activity done, we also have to prepare for the upcoming murals. And since collaborative effort siya, tulong-tulong talaga buong Student Council and the Student Council ay Kahirap Philippines.
As well as the student organizations.
Yes.
Gusto naman po Miss Kyla since OJT kayo. So, on-site po kayo?
Bale, what I do is, from the past days and weeks, I will go to my OJT sa BGC, and then after yun, I'll go straight here sa school para mag-last minute na, halimbawa, kung may mga kailangan pa, ganun. Tapos, so far tayo naman, tapos if pwedeng work from home, nag-work from home ako here, especially kapag may meeting. So far naman, I am thankful na dun sa OJT ko, kasi somehow, naka-help siya towards dun sa pagkuha ko ng sponsorships for the upcoming sports fest. Ayun.
Yeah. So mag-start na po tayo. So, ang topic for today is Bedan Women Student na Leaders in Action.
Kakasabi niya na super busy kayo every week. I feel like daily basis siya. So, can you give us an instance muna kung ano yung moment na nag-spark sa inyo na magiging leader kayo or like gusto niyong pasukin yung leadership talaga?
Okay, hi Jazz. For context, I am the firstborn in our family. I have one sibling and her name is Akila. So, I feel like yung basis or parang main thing na nag-spark ng leadership in me is because, well, as I've mentioned earlier, I am the firstborn. As panganay, parang maraming responsibilities na kailangan as you discover things, mag-isa ka lang, your parents will guide you, pero in the end, ako lang yung nagdi-discover ng mga bagay-bagay. And then, when my sibling came, doon ko na napapasa sa kanya yung mga learnings ko. And I felt like, as an independent person, I was shaped or I was honed by my parents to become one. And, ayun, feel ko I wanted to extend all the experiences na meron ako as a person, as a sister, as a student, and as a student leader to those or to my constituents as well.
And as for me, like Eunice, ever since elementary, ako yung isa sa mga bida-bidang batang kinakaayawan siguro naman. Kasi ano ba to, teacher's pet? Pero by then, hindi ko pa nare-realize that it's a quality of being a student leader. Siguro the moment na nag-spark talaga sa akin, I was born for this. I was born for this, yung perseverance. Kasi nung junior high school ako, when I graduated, or nung nag-moving up, sabi ko, ayoko na. 4 years naman ako nakapag-lead, tigil na. Pero when I entered senior high school, eventually I became the student government president at the Laban Preparatory School. And then nag-pandemic, when I graduated senior high school, pandemic, sasali pa ba ako sa mga orgs or mag-student leader pa ba ako? Online lang naman, sinong ililid ko? But then, nag-SBDS ako and eventually became the San Beda Debate Society's team captain. So, dun ko na-realize, bago ako mag-SC, that it is innate siguro sa tao if you really want to lead. At some point, kahit sabihin mong pagod na ako, ayoko na, you just keep going. So I think that is passion. Siguro yung mga ginagawa natin, hindi natin na-realize na we're passionate about this until nandun na tayo sa situation. And last na lang, there's an unexplainable happiness kapag nag-lead. Yung it's not about na nasa posisyon ako, I'm happy. Pero kapag yung may nakakakita ba na, for example, sa event, may nakakakita ba na pag-breakdown mo, yung paghihirap mo, tapos mababash ka pa. Yung, wala namang nakakakita nun eh, but they kept doing it. I think it's because of the happiness that leading gives. So, ayun yung sa akin. There's passion, perseverance, and happiness at the end of the day. That's why I'm here. Thanks.
Well, for me naman, siguro maano ko na, since bata pa talaga, ayun, just like them, parang pag may mga groupings, like, sino leader, laging ako yung tinuturo nila. Pero kidding aside, siguro na-realize ko na leader type ako ng tao nung ayokong ako yung minamanduhan. Diba? Kasi hindi naman sa pag-ano. Pero siguro I like to be in control of things. Hindi ako controlling, guys, promise. Pero siguro nasa nature ko at some point na kapag hindi kasi nag-work yung isang bagay, tapos parang nakaupo lang sa gilid, parang hindi ko kayang tiisin. Oo, parang at some point, I want to be involved always. Ganyan. Ilang beses, as in, sobrang tagal na nila akong, or nung mga klase ko, tinatawag na bossy, ganyan. But then, parang, kung hindi kasi ako magpapaka-bossy, anong mangyayari? 'Di ba? Parang, it's, para sa akin, wala na akong, bahala na kayo kung may ganito kayong sasabihin, as long as we get the work done, as long as maganda yung outcome, ganun. Yun yung nasa isip ko always eh. Plus, siguro, ayun nga, kung si Eunice panganay, si Julia, semi-panganay. Kasi second ka ba?
Second.
Ayun, middle child siya. Wala ko, only child ako. So, parang, independent talaga kasi wala naman talaga akong So, alam mo yun, parang natuto ka na gawin tong na without others na Pero like, you can stand on your own. Tapos parang ang naka pa sa akin, ipagpatuloy yung pag-lead is when I'm able to inspire other people. Especially kapag sinasabi nila na, alam mo, Ate Kyla, ganito, ganyan. Parang, I'm really inspired by you, mga ganun. Parang sobrang very touching na you are able to touch other people's life just simply by doing what you love. Para kasi sa akin, ganun eh. I love what I do, especially in leading other people or helping other people. Kasi, at the end of the day, when you are a leader, it doesn't mean actually na mag-uutos ka lang eh. But you set an example and then you help other people become leaders as well.
Ayun. Since napag-usapan natin na, ayun nga, na parang may gusto nila maging inspiration sila and role model. So, ngayon naman, who or what inspired you to answer the clarion call of student servant leadership, especially serving the Bedan community?
Okay. That's a hard question. Wait lang. Magta-throwback muna ako. So, my candidacy was one for the books in a sense na it was very unexpected. Hindi naman din siguro lingid sa kaalaman ng iba na nagkaroon na rin ng special elections, and this was yung time na nag-run ako was the second special election for the president. So, una parang natakot ako kasi what if state ulit yung manalo, and kaya ko ba na I rested from being a student leader from senior high school? Kasi nung nag-college, parang nagpaka-low-key ako. But then, it came to a point na nilapitan ko yung lolo ko sa father side. Kasi very family-oriented talaga ako. And then, nag-uusap lang kami ni tatay. Tatay ang tawag ko sa lolo ko, tas nanay kay lola. Nag-uusap kami, tapos parang gustong-gusto niya kasi yung San Beda for me. Cause I see myself becoming a lawyer in the future, tapos gusto niya sa San Beda ako mag-law school. Tapos sabi niya, ano bang mga ganap mo sa school, ganyan. And then, nakwento ko lang na parang may nag-offer ng position, and I feel like ito na yung proper time for me to go back to my old self of serving people na, okay, for 3 years, medyo inuna ko muna yung ACADS ko, yung sarili ko. But there's something lacking in me na sabi ko parang may kulang. Every year lumilipas, sabi ko, okay naman ACADS, pero parang may kulang na hindi ko nagagawa na nagagawa ko before. And that's when I knew na I had to go back to being a student leader because I have things in mind. I have people to listen to. Tapos sabi ng lolo ko, hindi ka naman magdadalawang isip kung hindi mo talaga gusto. So parang pinapahirapan mo lang yung sarili mo na nagdadalawang isip ka. Pero deep inside, you really wanted to run for the position and you really wanted to serve your constituents. So yun yung person for me, si tatay.
And as for who and what, medyo mahirap sa who kasi yung pagtakbo ko is more of a battle between man and nature. Charot, man and myself. Kasi SBDS has been my home for 3 years and ako yung team captain. So, ang hirap magbitaw ng isang org to run for a bigger role and position. Tapos yung tatakbuhan mo pa is hindi mo naman sure kung mananalo ka or hindi. So, as per the who, mamaya ako nasasagutin, wait. As for the what, if you guys can remember my tagline, SOC para sa SOC, it's real. SOC para sa SOC, hindi yun MM lang na para manalo at gumawa tayo ng abbreviation. Ever since first year hanggang third year, I am a member of the student organization circle from pinakamababang posisyon hanggang maging team captain. And nakita ko in those 3 years, sabi ko, parang kailangan ng SOC ng Julius and parang the SOC needs someone as passionate as me. Kasi feeling ko yung passion ko in leading, as I said earlier, meron siyang andun yung sacrifice, but along the sacrifices, there's happiness. Along the hardships and challenges, nandun din yung triumphs and victories. And I want to share that feeling sa SOC na yung student organization circle will not be a circle na hindi buo. Kasi nagkaroon ng laging may deviance pa yung tamang term. Parang, basta pag marketing lang. Pag LM lang. O yung mga smaller orgs, maliit na orgs lang naman sila. Maliit ang budget nila, so they don't, pag ubos ng budget nila, wala na. And those type of things that I observed during my 3 years in the student organization circle made me strengthen my resolve na I know I can do something about this. And even if it means na leaving, kasi pag team captain, president ka na ng isang org, secure ka na the bragging rights, ganun secure ka na And then you're going to have to resign, take the risk. Paano pag natalo ka? Wala ka nang babalikan because you already resigned. And it's the risk that I was, and kung uulitin ko ulit, is willing to take. Kasi if it will help my passion, my dedication will help the student organization circle, I am willing to do it over and over again. As per the who inspires me, I'm so thankful with my predecessor, unang-una si Kuya Eugene. Oh my gosh, hi Kuya Eugene, super crushy idol. IVP, feeling ko, IVP, and then Ate Monica Ferril, and then Ate April Filipino. So may yung mga sinundan kong IVP, I think they are also part nung sa who. Kasi syempre, di ba, shocks, kailangan kong mapantayan yung expectations, yung service that they give sa SOC. And it's a healthy pressure in a way that I need to uplift, to live out the expectations set sa mga IVP. But at the same time, I want to make my own legacy of IVP. Ano bang klaseng IVP si Julia San Jose? And last na lang, bakit talaga ako for IVP? Because during the 2 special elections, or yung pinaka-last special elections, talagang pinag-isipan ko maigi, should I step down sa IVP and run for president? Pero dun ko na-realize during those special elections na laging nasa option to run for president na I don't see anyone else being seated in the position of IVP aside from me. But it's okay if other people will sit sa president. Kasi I'm not here for the position. I'm here to serve the student organization circle. So, SOC, para sa SOC, is my who and what. Thank you.
O, paano ko yun susundan? No,
Sorry kasi sobrang...
di okay lang yan. As for me naman, syempre nag-background story sila, so dapat ako din. Hindi. Kidding aside, well, ngayong college journey ko kasi, nung first year ako, I really never planned to join anything. Kasi gusto ko yung buhay ko na nanonood lang ako ng series, gagawa ng assignments. Wala na, okay na yun. Ganun lang gagawin ko sa buhay. But then, I had this friend na sabi niya, kilala mo kung sino ka? Sabi niya kasi sa akin, sige na, sumali ka na ng SBJMA, wala naman dyan ginagawa. And that was the biggest scam of my life. Yun talaga yung na-scam ako kasi, grabe, parang hindi na ako nakakatulog. Ganun. No, pero, kahit ganun, I found myself enjoying what I do. Na kahit, alam mo yung puyat ka, ganun, parang talagang grabe yung pressure, may ACADS, may competitions. I really enjoyed it. In fairness naman. Tapos parang, when you are in a position kasi, you'll find out na ang daming problema. Sobrang daming problema sa paligid mo. Kasi, kumbaga, aminin natin, syempre, parang umaangat ka eh. Mas tumataas din yung view mo or perspective mo towards things. Hindi ka na lang yung simpleng tao na pag halimbawa nasa event ka, ano ba naman to? Ano yan? Ang tagal-tagal, ganyan-ganyan. Parang, ano ba tong host at mga ganun. Yung mga maliliit na bagay kasi yung napapansin mo kapag normal student ka lang. But then, kapag kapag nasa position ka na, malalaman mo na, kaya pala, na-delay yung pera kasi ganito, ganyan. Alam mo na yung reason why. And then, towards during my time as an executive board of SBJMA, proud. Lokalista. Ano yan? Meron kaming doon ako na, siguro, alam mo yung pag nakikita mo kasi hindi nagtatrabaho ng maayos yung mga ibang tao, parang ako na nga, alam mo yun, parang oo. Pero hindi, parang gusto mo, you want to do something about it. Tapos, nung may isa kaming subject na wherein we studied about Beda, kung ba't bumababa yung enrollment. Tapos doon talaga pinaka nag-spark yung grabe, ang daming pwedeng gawin for Beda na, pero hindi ginagawa. And as a marketing student, parang I know that we can do something about it. Na nakita ko na parang, shucks, ang daming opportunities na pwede mo pang mapaano. Tapos, and then an opportunity knocked on my door. Dahan-dahan yung pagkatok. Hindi. Anyways, ayun, parang someone invited me to run for the position. But hindi pa yung EVP nung una eh. Sabi ko, ang advice sa akin, wag na daw. Kasi nasa mataas na akong position, ganun. So, wag na. Tapos, but then, I was offered another position, which is higher. Yun na yung, Vice President for External Affairs. And right there and then, I realized na if I were to accept that position, if I were to be elected as the Vice President for External Affairs, I could do something about the dreams that I wanted for Beda. And I am here in this position not only for the Beda University, but the community as well, because I saw how united Beda, the community of Beda is. Talagang iba kasi. And that's something you want to show other people. And yun yung kulang kasi. That time, yun yung para sa akin, ba't hindi to alam ng mga tao na ang ganda-ganda ng community dito, ang ganda-ganda ng offers, ba't hindi nila to alam? Ayun. And to answer the who, Ayan, may dalawang tao talaga and they're still in my life and I'm happy to say na, ayan, close pa rin ako sa kanila. And that would be, baka maiyak ako. Hindi. And that would be Mark and Sir Greg. Mark kasi, he is an epitome of the great leader that I always wanted to be and I will always wanna be. Kasi he's very selfless and he gives everything talaga. Like, kapag sinabi mong Mark Cruz, alam mo na, sinakripisyo na yun lahat para lang sa org. And somehow, gusto ko talaga magawa yun. Si Sir Greg naman, he really is an inspiration to me in serving the Bedan community because I saw how passionate he is. Alam niyo yung tipong talagang kahit walang tulog, talagang gagawin niya lahat para sa ano. Tipong lahat nilalapitan siya, ganyan. Pero he is very willing to help. And I am really amazed by these people kasi their passion in serving the Bedan community is amazing. Amazing. Hindi ko ma-explain eh. I have no words for it, but all I can say is they really inspire me to become this leader that I am. And I really hope na somehow I am able to present myself na siguro kahit katiting lang nung pinakita nila, siguro I'll be honored na masabi yun sa akin.
Ayun, siguro follow-up question. Like, Miss Kyla, are there instances for Miss Ulysses and Miss Julia na may impact yung professors or mentors nyo to become student leaders?
Ayan, so siguro for sa akin, I'm an LM student, of course, Joss. LM student, and then the varsity din ng SBDS. And my professors are either alumni of the SBDS. So, syempre, yung pressure nun kapag nagre-recite, alam nila, ito, debater to, so dapat magaling to. And then, consequently or coincidentally then, they are also the members of the party that phoned me and mentored me. So, meron talagang impact yung life ng professors kasi sila yung nakakasama namin araw-araw because of the classes that we attend. And ang encouraging lang din kapag nasa posisyon na kami, SC. And then, mga attorneys yun, so we expect them na apathetic, wala masyadong emosyon, pero when they congratulate you, in a way, nakaka-uplift ng moral, and that keeps you going. So I'm so thankful then for the support of the LM faculty, kasi, medyo, hindi sila lenient sa recit pa rin, pero they support the student council. So for instance, during our Women's Month event, one of the speakers was our professor, Attorney Liza. So yung mga ganong maliliit na bagay lang for them really means a lot sa amin as SC when we have the faculty support and the community support.
Just like Julia, I'm also taking up PS Legal Management. Tapos, nung first year kasi, yung batch natin, yung first time na mag-online class because of the pandemic. So parang hindi talaga natin kilala yung isa't isa. Tapos nagka-klase tayo online. And then, my section was 1 BLM and I became the class president. So may 4 na presidents nun kasi hindi pa pwedeng, as far as I could remember, hindi pa pwede mag-elect ng batch representative for first year. So kaming 4, may group chat kami, and one of the most inspiring women and professors that I know is Attorney HRL, Attorney Harriet Linsangan. Yung mga kilala ng iba sa inyo, si Attorney Harriet. And she's someone na talagang tiningala ko nung first year, na parang shocks, pag naging abogado ko, gusto ko ganito ako. Ganito kong tumrato ng estudyante, ganito ako tumrato ng mga kliyente, ganun. Tapos, ayun, parang feeling ko may impact si Attorney Harriet sa akin in a way na first year, tinry kong mag-escape sa leadership na leadership roles. Pero parang nandun pa rin ako na class president. And then, 4th year, one of my, ano pa tawag doon, mga ina-idolize ko na professors would be Attorney Kenner Galang. He was our corporate law professor and he was once the student council president. So, siya yung nilapitan ko nung inaayos namin yung for the revision of the SC Constitution. It's actually ongoing. Ang target namin for that would be for the upcoming month. And, ayun, parang kinonsult ko siya kung paano niya ginawa yung sa student discipline, yung Code of Discipline rather. Kasi yung current Code of Discipline natin was revised by him. So sa kanya ako kumukuha ng parang mga tips, paano talaga siya gawin, paano magiging student-centered yung mga batas under the Code of Discipline. Kasi that's something na nakikita namin, hindi lang ako, kahit yung SC, nakikita na mga kailangan ng pagbabago sa ilang mga provisions because we're currently stuck in those times na pwede pa yung mga ganong bagay. But since we're changing and since we have changes in the status quo, I think it's important na ma-address siya. So bottom line is, I have Attorney Harriet Nansangan and Attorney Kenner Galang na nirerespeto ko ng mga lawyers, professors. Although lahat sila nirerespeto ko, pero sila yung parang inspiring. Makunta ko. Ayun.
So, let's talk about your leadership styles naman. Kasi top 3 kayo position sa student council. So, if you were to describe your leadership style in one word, what would it be and why?
Siguro my leadership style would be, hindi pala yung leadership style, ako as a leader, humble and a listener. So, bakit humble and a listener? Humble because I see my position as not just a title or something na eto ka kasi presidente ka. It's not like that. I've never seen my self considering that kind of perspective. Kasi para sa akin, hindi ka naman mauupo sa isang posisyon kahit gaano ka pakagaling kung hindi dahil sa mga bumoto sa'yo. So that's something that you have to remember and you have to instill in your mind na just because you've gained a position doesn't mean na you're better than others, you're higher than others, or others are below you. Ganon. So, bakit siya humble leadership? Humble leadership kasi kahit yung leadership style ko before, nung pag mga president, and student council officer ako nung grade school, high school, and senior high school, ewan ko, parang gets ko naman na sometimes deserve naman ng mga officers or ng mga student leaders na mabigyan ng credit. Deserve naman talaga. Pero parang sa akin, a part of me wants to work behind the cameras. Parang ganon. Pero I learned na hindi naman laging ganon. May mga times na masasanay ka, nagtatrabaho ka behind the cameras, yung mga technical works. Pero sometimes you have to step up and you have to make your people realize na you are with them. So, ganun siya. Humble in a sense na gusto ko kasi parang pantay-pantay lang din. And although may hierarchy, gusto ko yung nakikinig pa rin ako sa mga opinions ng mga nakapaligid sa akin. And that's where you can pinpoint the problems actually. If you listen to your constituents, if you listen to the people around you, that's the time when you can know what's really wrong. So, ikaw na yung may duty naman para maghanap ng mga paraan para masolusyonan yun. So, ayun, I really like listening to people and I really want them to feel like I'm someone approachable and that they elected a president or an officer na malalapitan nila. Ayun.
Yung unang pumasok sa isip ko is soft. I think I am a type of leader who's soft. Nagagalit nga sa akin si Kyla, baka daw hindi ako nagagalit sa SOC. SOCO. Hindi, pero I think to put it, baka sabihin nila ay walang charot. It's soft leadership but empowering at the same time kasi I'm the type of person who don't get mad easily or kapag napupuno na, I don't usually express it magra-rant lang ako, like, closed doors, na grabe, I've already announced this, and ako nagkulang, etc., etc. Pero I don't express it out loud. It's soft in a way na motherly figure yung person ako sa SOC na gentle reminder, here's what we need to do, 1, 2, 3. Kasi I feel like there's already a lot of pressure and strong opinions na natatanggap ng mga tao. They don't need another one na magpuput ng pressure kasi may pressure na yan sa moderators, sa SC itself, yung mga deadlines. They are already pressured in it itself. So, hindi ko na kailangan dagdagan yon. So, I feel like I give a sense of security. I give a sense of security and assurance sa community, the student body, that hey, it's okay, S is here, pwede nyo kaming lapitan. And then it's empowering in a sense that we are engaged in service-oriented leadership, that we don't just lead, we serve. Magkaiba kasi yun, if you're leading, nagmamando ka lang, but if you're serving, you're actually doing what you do for the benefit of the students. And lastly, it's empowering kasi someone told me that a good leader is, hindi ko na maalala yung verbatim, pero nandun yung thought. A good leader is a leader that can empower her subordinates or other people as well. Coming SC, we have 15 committees under us. Ako, meron akong 33 student organization circle or 33 orgs in the student organization circle. And dapat kasi naniniwala ako na leadership should be continuous. Hindi siya dapat nakakat na once tapos na yung term namin, tapos na din yung magagandang bagay na nadulot ng term namin. It should be continuous. So what I practice in my committees and in the student organization circle is to really give those officers or members a platform to feel empowered. And how do we do that? For example, bibigyan mo ng chance yung committee mo to hold an event. You're there, pero lahat yon idea nila. And you want to support them. In terms of the student organization circle, we empower them by providing them what they need. Usually, we're SC, nag-open up kami for partnership to reach a wider audience or to help them with their finances. Kasi nga, as I've mentioned earlier, medyo maliit talaga yung budget na naa-allot, especially sa non-profit orgs. So the least thing that we can do is to really support them. And yung mga orgs kasi and students, kapag may sumuporta sa kanila, alam mo yun, you just need to be there. Kailangan mo lang silang supportahan. And that's all the empowerment they will need. So, ang sarap nun sa feeling. So, yun. I made it soft, so mother is here.
Well, siguro for me, it would be grounded, but with authority. Ayun, as mentioned by Julia earlier, nagagalit talaga ako. Hindi lang sa kanya, kahit kay Eunice, kapag hindi sila nagagalit sa iba. Kasi,
strong na sinasabi ko.
ako yung strong. Hindi, ganun kasi. I mean, between the three of us kasi, ako yung
Strong personality.
ako yung stricto sa kanila. So, yan. Pero, at the same time, my leadership style would be, grounded but with authority. Grounded in a way na, kapag, halimbawa, yung mga committees ko, I'm currently handling four committees. Lahat sila, I want them to feel na I am working with them. But then, kapag, halimbawa, may task, you know na, okay, ito gagawin mo. But at the same time, I let them na, parang, halimbawa kung may idea sila, and then, siguro nandun ako to support or to improve na lang yung ideas nila. Tapos, siguro, ayun nga, parang I treat them as my friends kasi. And kahit tanungin nyo yung mga very hardworking kong SKs. SKs kasi sanggunian ni Kyla. Pinag-isa ko na kasi sila kasi tawag dito, simula nung, siguro Teacher's Day ata yun. Basta every time na may event na ako yung mag-chair, I would always go to my committees, which is apat na kasi sila eh. So, doon ako lumalapit diretso. So, ganito, ganyan. I would always treat them na uy, okay na ba? Ganyan. Parang, basta hindi pa naman malapit yung deadline or wala naman mali, sinasamahan ko lagi sila sa ginagawa nila. And, halimbawa, nung nagpe-prepare kami for freshman welcoming day, nandyan ako kasama nila. And, pag-prepare nung, yung tote bag, yung mga giveaways. Pep rally. Oo, ayun. Talagang, I would always make sure na dapat ako yung mauna sa kanila kasi nakakahiya naman na papaunahin ko pa yung mga committees ko, tas ako pa yung wala, ako pa yung late. Ako nag-set ng ganitong time, tas ako yung wala, di ba? Tas yun, parang gusto ko kasi na magaan lang yung environment eh. Before kasi sa SBJMA, yun yung kinasanayan kong environment. And that really worked for me. It's sobrang gaan kasi lahat mo kaibigan, lahat mo na sobrang dali lang ng trabaho kasi hindi mo ramdam na you are working, but rather parang nakikibanding lang kayo sa friends nyo, ganyan. But, syempre, kahit may limits, may boundaries pa rin. Kahit ganun, na kapag alam mo seryoso na. Kaya ganun din ako sa mga committees ko. Hindi ko pinapakita na galit na ako sa kanila. Minsan mananahimik na lang ako, tapos titignan ko sila. Ganun. Oo, ganun na yung Hindi, pero, ayun nga, parang, I let them feel kung ano ba yung mali nila. Na, ayun nga, mali na kasi. Minsan, kasi baka kung ano pa masabi ko eh. So, ayun, parang, ganun lang. Pero pag friends, I make sure na open sila sa akin, gano'n, na very comfortable sila sa akin na, halimbawa, hindi nila kaya yung task na binigay ko, I make sure na, kaya nila sa akin mag-open up. Yun siguro yung, pinagkaiba ko dito sa dalawa, na kahit stricto ako in some way, I make sure pa rin na parang tropa-tropa lang. Ganon. Ayun yung parang leadership style ko. Ayun.
Yeah. So, given your position and your leadership styles, what changes or advancements would you like to see in the representation and support of women student leaders at your university? So, in San Beda. So, what changes or advancements would you like to see in the support of women student leaders in San Beda?
Sige, ako na lang muna kasi may ilang yung sagot ko. Feel ko mahaba yung sa kanila. Anyways, siguro, the only thing that I want to see in the future or in the coming months or years, siguro would be equal opportunity for each and everyone. Kasi, syempre, alam naman nating lahat na women are belittled by a lot of people. But then at the same time, as time progressed, talagang somehow nag-equal naman na and we get almost the same opportunities as men. But then, ayun, sana in the future, San Beda na, ayun, mapatuloy lang na equal yung opportunities and na, alam mo yun, hindi na minamaliit yung mga babae. Ayun.
Ayun, ako, in San Beda lang ba yung question or like in general?
Kahit in San Beda, if in general,
Okay, so in San Beda, natutuwa ako kasi ang daming women student leaders sa Beda, like sa council pa lang yung kita naman, mas marami yung women. And then sa SOC din, ang daming presidents and officers na babae. So it's really nice. In a way, parang we're getting one step closer toward the equal treatment and equality that we always want naman. Siguro yung advancements, wala namang changes kasi eventually it will come. Yung advancement is women student leaders breaking the stereotype, yung, ay, nanalo lang yun kasi maganda, ay, emotional yan, di yan makaka-function ng maayos, ay, nag-fail yung ganito nila kasi babae yung nag-lead. Nandun na tayong mga babae sa platform where we were able to lead. For the advancements, I hope that the San Beda women community can break through the stigmas and the stereotypes that is being imposed upon us. And advancement, siguro, and changes in the political landscape. Ayun, sa national landscape, political landscape, it's still, women representation is still not as much Or kasi meron eh. Hindi ko naman sinasabi na walang representation. It's just they are not being listened to. So I hope in the near future, baka ako na talaga yung kailangan. Wait for me, maglo-loss ko lang ako. Hopefully in the next national elections, women can be more listened to. And I think even sa national landscape, nakaka-experience din sila ng stigmas and stereotypes of being a woman per se. So I hope we can break that stigmas.
So inside San Beda, an advancement I could think of, or kahit change, that would be providing an avenue for everyone, as in everyone, to realize and to discuss ano ba talaga yung problema or yung struggles na hinaharap ng kababaihan. Kasi that's one na not everyone knows, actually hanggang ngayon, anong petsa na, anong year na, hindi pa rin matanggap ng ibang tao na jeopardized pa rin ang kababaihan, na there's still, men still have leverage over women. Kasi, yun nga, parang paulit-ulit na lang sa lahat ng interviews na nagawa ko. Kasi we're stemming from a patriarchal system. So, hindi yun mabibreak ng agad-agad kung hindi collective efforts. And I feel like if we can start inside San Beda University in having a safe space or an avenue para ma-discuss kung ano ba talaga yung problema. And right there and then, if we're able to pinpoint the real struggle or the real problem, I think it would be more effective to educate people not only within San Beda University but also outside, kasi may basis na kung ano ba talaga yung nangyayari. Para bang checking up on San Beda University's people, kung ano ba yung alam nila about women's struggles. And by then, I think mas magiging plausible yung pag-uplift sa rights ng women as long as alam ng mga tao kung ano yung pinaglalaban nila. Kasi women empowerment is prone to misconceptions. Feminism is prone to misconceptions. Yung iba ang iniisip sa feminism, we're only elevating the rights of women and we're tampering on the rights of men. But it's not like that. We're trying to elevate women the same way na equal yung opportunities ng women and men. And inside San Beda University, I think it's existing naman, parang may equal opportunities naman given na, gaya na sinabi ni Julia, maraming mga babaeng student leaders sa San Beda University. But I think if there's something na pwedeng gawin para mas ma-improve pa yun, I think the proper way talaga is to have an open discussion or discourse and make people realize kung ano yung pinanggagalingan ng mga kababaihan and why we're fighting for our rights as women and why we celebrate the Women's Month. And yun yung sa San Beda. Outside the school or the institution, I think applicable pa rin naman siya, kagaya na sinabi nila na providing equal opportunities for women the same way na meron yung men. And I think strengthening of legislations and strengthening, prioritizing women when it comes to laws na kailangan nila, especially when it comes to bodily autonomy. It's actually fulfilling na the Student Council has launched a women's support desk. We've partnered with the MPD, pati sa barangay sa May 5th Street. Tapos, na by little steps, we're able to empower women in a sense na they would feel protected and heard inside the institution. So, if i-apply natin siya sa labas ng institution na ito, I feel like, i-strengthen pa yung mga batas when it comes to women's protection and development and make sure that they are being executed or implemented in the right way. So, para sa akin.
Yan. So, in connection lang sa answers niya rin and about women empowerment and gender equality mismo, siguro ending meant na rin, what's one word or phrase that you would like to say to all the men and women out there fighting and advocating for women empowerment and equality? Mga words of inspiration, ganon.
Siguro ako, you're not alone in this fight. There's a lot of people and students that are fighting this cause, that are fighting for gender equality. And it's so nice because Bedans or yung mga bedista natin are being more and more aware and joining this cause. So, my message will be, you're not alone in this fight.
Sabi nga ni Rupa May, go, go, go. Hindi. Ano, hindi, hindi connected doon. Hindi, pero one word would be siguro, hindi, continuous, hindi, phrase pala siya, continuous striving for what you believe in. Hindi na siya go, go, go. Ayun, siguro, that would be a statement that I would want other people who are fighting for equality of men and women to remember, to always remember, especially when they're at their lowest, na always remember na pag walang-wala na, when you feel like it's the end of everything, when you are so down, that you should always just continue striving for what you believe in, because it makes wala tuloy ako. It makes a difference na just being there, just your mere presence is a big has a big impact. Ayun.
I have 2 words. Pero pag in-explain ko siya, parang may mga kadugtong siya. And yung 2 words na yon, that would be thank you. Thank you, bakit? Thank you for being the voice of the voiceless. Lalo na yung mga pinaglalaban talaga yung karapatan ng mga kababaihan, even the men, when it comes to gender equality. Kasi hindi naman lahat may lakas ng loob para ipaglaban yung karapatan nila. Hindi lahat kaya magsalita. Hindi lahat actually, when it comes to the LGBT community plus, hindi naman lahat naka-out, di ba? So I think those people who are striving and are serving the purpose of being the voice of the voiceless, that is something na I'm really thankful and grateful for. Kasi I was once a silenced woman, and I felt like yung mga nag-empower talaga sa akin, sila Senator Risa Hontiveros, sila Attorney Lenny Robredo, yung mga ganong figure na alam mong na-empower talaga nila yung mga kababaihan to speak up. So that's number 1. Thank you for being the voice of the voiceless, and thank you for being with us women. So hindi lang naman kababaihan yung mga yung mga nakakaintindi ng struggles. There are feminists who are men. May mga lalaking feminist, may mga lalaking nakakaintindi ng mga ganitong bagay, and we cannot limit feminism. Sorry parang puro feminism. Kasi I'm a feminist, and I believe na feminism is actually for everyone naman talaga. May mga misconceptions lang talaga na underlying between the lines. Basta lying between the lines. Basta yan. Tapos, I feel like once maintindihan na talaga ng lahat na we have to recognize what's happening in our society, that's the time na mas magiging inclusive and all-encompassing yung society natin. So, ayun, thank you.
Ayun, so that's all the time we have for today. It's been inspiring to hear Miss Eunice, Miss Julia, and Miss Kyla share on their journeys and experiences on women in leadership. So their experiences reminds us that leadership isn't about a specific gender. It's about your skills, your passion, and the dedication one brings to the table. So, as they mentioned nga kanina, women bring unique strengths and approaches to leadership, and it's crucial to have their voices represented at all times and at all levels. So, once again, thank you to our guests, and as this episode ends, we want to remind you to be catalysts for change and empower each and every woman in our lives. Thank you for following along Laban, Mare, and an SBJMA Engage led event, and we'll see you all again very soon. Thank you.
Thank you.